Day 5, technically. It is definitely December 6th because I was too busy yesterday to do anything having to deal with whiskey stuff. I think I had one drink at the very end of the night because I was so beat and worried about nonsense that has to deal with my apartment and inspections and just stuff that stresses you out. So I'm doing this now. 2 in 1 day again. I'm fine with that. Today we have Craigellachie? Sure. Age 12 years, single malt Scotch whiskey, distilled in 2006, cast type hogshead, region Speyside, 61.6%. So I think this is the highest percentage of alcohol we've had thus far. There is label, so you can see that I can read what is on the label. By Secret Spirits, clearly. This one is supposedly an interesting one. I already know it is not going to be what I think it is. Actually, let me. Yep. That's funny. All right. I think I'm going to pour just a little bit of this because I still have to do one more, and I know what that one is, and I'll post that in the next video. But this one is a good prelude to the next one, and it is kind of surprising how it smells. So just a little bit. It's not even half. And I will likely give the rest to my father, probably for this one and the next one, because I know he will probably like the smell of this and the taste of this much more than I. All right. Oddly, I'm getting some fruit smells, but there's also a weird smoke smell, which was something I was forewarned of by Mr. Daniel Whittington on the Whiskey Vault channel. Yeah, that's really weird. I've smelled enough Islas to know what Islas smell like, and the fact that this is a Speyside that smells like an Isla is bizarre. It's got kind of a berry, I suppose peat, not really smoke, maybe an ashy kind of smell. There's that orange thing again. Interesting. Not aggressive, but see if we can look at the color there. Considerably light. Looks like a Speyside. Have a taste and see what that's like. And I have to remember this is 61%. So, you know what? Just in case. I did eat a little while ago and I've been drinking water ever since. But that probably won't hurt to do. It's my cat. If you hear any meowing, it's a cat that I own. His name is Max. Moody Max. He's a monster. Maybe I'll show him to the camera someday. But he's not a fan of being picked up, nor being on my lap. Sometimes he is. Sometimes he'll want to be on my lap, but only briefly. Okay, here we go. Oof. I'm never good at giving good tasting notes on these. Anything that feels pea. It's kind of peppery, kind of tingly. The taste isn't terrible, but it's got that. I guess the one I've heard most is burnt barbecue tips or something like that. That sort of taste of char, which is not surprising considering what they do to oak barrels. But I am curious how they did this with the Speyside. Maybe they peated it? I have no idea, honestly. I never bothered to look anything up about it beforehand, other than just watching Whiskey Vault stuff, and he was kind of flabbergasted by this one, which was funny and informative because I would have poured the whole thing in here, smelled it, and been like, nope, I don't want to drink all of this one. Although I do like them to a point, and I will have a dram of a smoky Islay or peated whiskey occasionally. My father enjoys them much more than I do, and I feel um, they would be better off in his glass than mine, at least for this advent calendar. Before, I couldn't really do that, and I don't even, then there was only one really nasty peaty one, but that was last year. This year, who knows how many there'll be. I know there's at least one today that's peaty-ish, smelling and tasting, and there might be one tomorrow. Might be looking at it right there. Might be wearing the same shirt in the next video. But all not terrible, but very surprising. When I see Speyside, I do not expect this kind of smell or taste, so it is actually quite interesting to bump into something like this, which I probably never would have if I hadn't bought this thing. So until tomorrow, which is going to be about 5 minutes or so for me, once I finish this and clean out the glass, rinse my mouth and such. Lunch.